Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all. My name is Luis Enrique Vanegas, and I am here to teach you how to create uh, lessons within minutes with artificial intelligence, how to create assessment activities and evaluation activities with artificial intelligence through our platform, TOMi Digital. So today, we wanted to get together and just talk a little bit about what artificial intelligence is. I would love to hear from you. What are your thoughts about artificial intelligence? We want to know what you think about it. Do you think it's a positive thing? Do you think it's a negative thing? Do you Are you looking forward to integrate artificial intelligence to your everyday work? Are you against it? We would love to read you in the comments. So please go ahead and write down what you think about it. Everybody is welcome. So I just want to let you know that we're gonna be having these workshops, very light workshops on different aspects regarding education, regarding innovation directed to education. We want to talk about robotics. We want to talk about gamification. We want to talk about new technology applied to education, and we want to talk about those teachers that are innovating the work, that are innovating the beautiful labor of teaching and guiding people through the new knowledge and through the new word. All right, so I'm expecting to have a lot of my guests from Africa. Mostly, I saw that a lot of people registered from Ghana. So, welcome to all of you, people from Ghana, from Kenya also, South Africa, Morocco, Cameroon, and many different countries in Africa. We are very happy to have you here. Also, people from Asia, especially from India. We directed this workshop especially for you guys in Africa and India because we want to get to you. We want to get to know you. We want to see what you want to do, how you want to practice your teaching, and we want to show you all the new elements that we're bringing for you. Also, by the end of this workshop, we will be talking about something very special, something that we have been preparing for quite a few weeks now. It's a contest in which we want to bring technology to your classroom. So basically, what we want to do is to ask you to participate in the contest. We are collecting points and you can gain points by using our platform, TOMi Digital. You can gain more points if you actually use the platform with your students. Uh, we also want to hear from you what was your experience with TOMi. Also, we want to know about your students, what they like to do when they are learning, what they think is best for them when they are learning. You know what is most appropriate for them in terms of technology, in terms of methodologies that you are using. So everybody is welcome here. All your ideas are welcome, and we are just very willing to hear what you have to say. So, very quickly, I'm going to start talking about our topic for today, artificial intelligence. Again, if you have some thoughts about artificial intelligence, even if you consider it's negative, or if you consider it's very positive, or if you have some more specific thoughts about it, go ahead and write it on the comment area, the comment section. We would love to read you, and we would love to see what you think about it. For the moment, I'm going to show you how we can apply this artificial intelligence to our everyday activities. So there's many good news about this. So first of all, you're going to be able to prepare a lesson that is interactive, that it asks your students to interact with information, and that lesson can be constructed within minutes. We're talking 3 to 5 minutes that you're going to be spending to create some introduction lessons. And also, it could be the starting point to create a lesson that is much more effective in terms of the topics and the information that you want to bring to your students. So it's definitely you are winning a lot with this experience over here. So I'm just going to go directly. Let me share my screen, and I want to show you what we have for you today. All right, so here is our platform, TOMi the Digital. This is the platform that I want to introduce to some of you. I'm sure some of you already know this platform. It's a very innovative platform. It's focused on education, but it's especially focused on the perspective of the teacher. So it's definitely something very interesting to look at and to introduce to your classroom. This is going to show you different possibilities in terms of creating resources that are going to help you interact with your students, even if they are not there with you, right? So you can prepare lessons for your class, for your classroom, and you can also prepare lessons for homework, or you can work some asynchronous activities with your students. If you have virtual courses, if you are in on-site courses, it doesn't matter. Everything is possible with TOMi the Digital. And one of the new features that we are promoting these days is the artificial intelligence integrated to TOMi. So first of all, let me just show you around the platform a little bit. So this is what they propose for the user. So creating lessons with artificial intelligence, of course, teaching by playing. So a little bit of gamification, the methodology that implies the use of some elements from games. For example, gaining badges, for example, gaining prizes, for example, some healthy competition between students or among students. For example, the use of prizes, the motivation by creating a series of different elements to talk about success, not just grading, not just numbers, not just specific symbols, but feedback, a lot of different communication with your students and interaction with your students. We can evaluate the effectiveness. That's how we can actually use it as an assessment platform. You can use it anywhere. You can even use it without an internet connection, but with the possibility to use different devices, all right? So this is something that I want to show you, but not everything is meant to be today. We're going to be having some of these workshops, more workshops eventually. All right, so we want, the platform wants the students to encourage review, to be able to do some autonomous learning, to ask them to participate in their own learning process. We can share asynchronous activities. We can promote group dynamics, team playing, working in pairs, many different important elements that are definitely welcome in education today, and including feedback for most of the activities that you do with them. There are different possibilities, different topics that you can cover over here. I just want to show you what you can already find in the platform. So the dynamics on the platform is very simple. All the teachers can produce lessons, and when you go in the platform, when you log into the platform, you are going to be able to use those lessons that other people have created. You can actually duplicate those lessons and adapt them to your specific needs. So to create your lessons, but departing from another person's lesson. And you can also create lessons from scratch manually, or with artificial intelligence, which is the specific element that we're going to be covering today. So different topics covered by different teachers. And here they are. These are the teachers, which are the heart of the whole process, of the whole intention. Their creativity is definitely what keeps us running. So there you go. So basically, we're gonna just want to show you how to sign up. So over here, you click on the sign up button. You choose the role of the teacher, and by introducing some specific information, you're going to be able to access the platform. So you just a matter of signing up, just as you would do with any other platforms. I already have an account, so I'm just going to go directly to my account, and there you go. So here we are. We're now in the platform. Just to show you a little bit around. So over here we have a menu, a very simple menu with all the possibilities that you have. You can create lessons. You can present lessons to your students. You can program lessons so that your students can see them and use them to learn from their homes or on their own time, and many other possibilities. All right. You can also keep reports of all those lessons. You can actually use these reports to help you achieve an analysis, or to give assessment to your students more effectively. You can create classrooms that are going to help you keep those students concentrated in one place, and it makes it just easier to share new lessons with them. Over here, you get a lot of your lessons. These are all the lessons that I have created or duplicated before. As you can see, there's a bunch of them. All right. You can just actually explore around and find the lessons that you would like to use in the future, and just by clicking on the little heart, it's going to be saved on favorites. And that's pretty much it. So there's different fields: arts, business, chemistry, computer science, design, earth sciences, education, fun, geography, history, languages, life sciences, and more and more and more. So it's just a matter of going in the platform TOMi Digital and exploring, just looking around and seeing what you like, whatever you find interesting. However, today I just want to uh, concentrate on creating lessons with artificial intelligence. So there, let's just go to that. So basically, we're gonna click on the new lesson button over here. Once we get to the new lesson, you get two different options. You can see you can create a lesson manually from scratch. So imagine that you are preparing a lesson, let's say, I don't know, about the solar system, right? All right, so you just want to start maybe with a video that gives some information to your students about the solar system in a very general way. Names of planets, and so you can actually embed that video here in the platform, and that's going to make it possible for students to watch the video in their devices, right? So they can, if it's a guided lesson, you can actually decide when it's time to move on to the next part of the lesson. And the next part of the lesson can be, for example, a resource that asks them to choose the correct answer from a series of answers to a specific question. You can, for example, ask them to complete a sentence with some specific words, just making sure that they know what happened during the video. Or you can actually use some specific features that are the brainstorming feature, just to ask specific questions. You can have a poll, a very quick poll with your students right away as you're presenting your lesson. Many different possibilities that you can do with the platform. All right, but the second possibility is create lessons with AI, and that's the one that we're going to be using today. So in order to create a lesson with artificial intelligence, you need to click on this option over here, and you will get this very, very simple menu that you're going to be using. All right. First of all, we're going to choose the language of the class. In this case, we can choose English, but you can also choose Spanish, and all the languages are coming. Portuguese, French are coming for very soon. Give the topic. As you can see, there's 300 characters over here that you can use to describe what you want to be included in the topic of the lesson. So basically, I just want to focus this lesson because we're going to do it live. I want to focus this lesson on learning a little bit about geographical aspects of Africa. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and write that down. So geographical aspects of African countries. Just like that, right? This is a very general topic, but you can actually introduce some more information. For example, important cities, right? Um, Touristic uh, places and historical landmarks. There you go. So this is what I want the artificial intelligence to take into consideration when we are preparing this lesson, right? I could use more elements. I could, for example, choose a specific concept that I want to talk about. I just want to keep it very general, just to show you what it would do. Second part, what is the age range that this lesson would be aimed at? All right, so I guess this is a topic that is not going to be very, very interesting for 2-year-olders. So I'm just going to move on to, say, 9 years old, and I'm going to keep the range closed to 13 years old. So 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 years old, that would be like a very good age to teach about these aspects. And that's it. So you're ready to go. So the creation process will take in between 1 and 3 minutes. Just by clicking create lesson, the artificial intelligence is going to start working. Some recommendations as the artificial intelligence does their work. You're going to be the author of this lesson, all right? So you're kind of responsible for for all the elements that you're going to find there. So it's definitely important that you check the information in the questions and answer options. That you make sure that the information is appropriate and it's actually correct. There may be some elements that may not be as accurate as we would want to. Check the difficulty of the lesson. Just make sure that the language and the elements used are appropriate for what you want to teach your students. Also, remember that even though the artificial intelligence is going to prepare a lesson for you, there you go, it's ready. Even though the artificial intelligence is going to prepare a lesson for you, you can add more resources, or you can adapt or edit the resources that they prepare, just to make it a little bit more interesting for your students, friendlier, interesting, fun, whatever you think it's your teaching, I don't know, style. All right, there you go. So let me show you what the artificial intelligence just prepared for us. All right, discover the wonders of Africa, geographical and historical sites. Wow. So we started with a very interesting title, a title that is appealing, that attracts the interest of whoever is taking this lesson. All right. It chose 2 different fields that are concentrated in this lesson: geography and history. And it created 10 different resources that we're going to be looking at in a minute. 10 different resources for your students to interact with. All right, so let's just take a look at those resources. Before that, I just want to show you this little rocket over here. That is, it works as a progress bar. It shows that our lesson is up to the 60% of all the possible the optimization of the lesson. So we have set the lesson's name, but we have not set the lesson image. So we can do that just by clicking on lesson options and adding an image that is appropriate for this lesson. It has 4 or more questions. All right, it's actually bringing about 10 different questions. It's selecting the lesson. It has selected the lesson's language, which is English in this case. And something that we are missing is adding 4 feedback, at least, to our activities. So that's another thing that we can do in a moment. So let's get a look at what the artificial intelligence has prepared for us. The first resource is a single choice, meaning that it's going to propose a question or a statement, and it's going to give you different options. In this case, it's giving you 4 different options, in which one of them, and only one of them, is correct. What is Africa? First option, the largest continent on Earth. B, the smallest continent on Earth, the second largest continent on Earth, the third largest continent on Earth. As you can see, option C has been chosen as the correct one, the second largest continent on Earth. This is actually kind of polemic. Let me explain why. For some people, America is divided into 2 or even 3 different continents. But for other people, America is one big continent. If you consider America as one big continent, that means that America will be the second largest continent in the world. But if you divide America into North America, that is Canada, the United States, and Mexico, and the rest, which some people call South America, which is Honduras, Guatemala, Puerto Rico, Bahamas, Haiti, well, all those countries in Central America, and Colombia, Brazil, Argentina, and more. Some people consider that as another different continent. So in that case, Africa will be the second largest. So what can we do here? If we go ahead and click on the edit button over here, we're going to have the control over this question, this activity, and we can actually change the option and say Africa is the third largest continent on Earth, right? Or just keep it and move on to the feedback section. And then on the feedback section, write down what I just mentioned. So something like America as one continent would be the second largest continent. Just like that. I just want to be brief. And I'm just going to click on save, and that's it. So now, not only we have a first resource, but we also have some feedback for it. All right. The feedback is definitely a very powerful part of the whole thing, because it can give you the possibility to deepen on the information with your students, to ask questions about what they know, what previous knowledge they have about the topic, or you can actually lead to connected to a different type of information, a different topic that you also want to introduce. So it's definitely very powerful, and it's definitely something that we need to take a look at. All right, so activity 1, check. Activity 2, this is another single choice. Also, take a look at the time. This is another thing that you can actually adapt, change by editing. So also here we're getting 10 seconds for the answer. The system considers that this is a 10-second question, right? You can think differently, so you can actually change it and add more time to it. The second one is, what is the capital city of Egypt? Capital city of Egypt. Remember that we introduced in the description that we also wanted to talk about capital cities or important cities. So it's talking about Egypt and its capital city. The options are Cairo, which is actually the correct one, Accra, Addis Ababa, and Algiers. All right, so this is actually good. I'm gonna click on edit because I want to give more time to this answer. So basically over here where I have question time, I'm gonna click on it and I'm gonna get all the different options. I get from 10 seconds to 240 seconds, which would be actually 4 minutes, 4 whole minutes. I would say 20 seconds is just enough. I have some feedback that I can add here. If you consider there's some extra information that you want to include, this is the moment to add it. I'm just going to click on save and keep it like that. Let's move on to our third activity. It's another single choice, 10 seconds. What famous river flows through Egypt? What famous river flows through Egypt? So we have the Congo River, we have the Nile River, the Niger River, and the Zambezi River. All right, being the Nile River the correct answer. How much time? 10 seconds. I want to give it 20 seconds. If you want to accompany the question with some pictures, you can actually activate this option over here. You can also do it for the answer options. All right. And it's just a matter of downloading or using a picture that you have on your computing device, on your laptop or whatever. And if you are a mathematical teacher, if you are a phonetics teacher, you can actually include some of these special characters to your questions so that the platform is possible to be used in any scenario. All right, it's prepared to help any type of teacher of any topic. There you go. So I'm just gonna keep it. I just changed the time for 20 seconds. Continue, possibility of adding feedback. Just save and move on. All right, it says, which of the following is not a desert in Africa? Wow, this is a multiple choice option. That means that there could be more than one correct answer. In this case, it's just the one. Sahara, it is a desert. Gobi, it's not a desert. Kalahari is a desert. And Namib is a desert. All right, so I'm just going to keep this question as it is. Move on to the next one. It's another single choice one. What is the highest mountain in Africa? The highest mountain in Africa. The correct answer is A, Kilimanjaro. All right. But we also have other options such as Mount Kenya, Mount Elgon, and Mount Stanley. All right. Okay. So if I try and edit this one, I would give it more time. And I would say it would be a good moment to add some feedback to it. I would say that Kilimanjaro is also one of the highest mountains in the world. All right, just some extra information so that you keep your students learning at all times. Moving on, we have a true or false question, meaning that in this case you only have two options for the questions. It's a true or a false statement. So it says the pyramids of Giza are located in Egypt. The pyramids of Giza are located in Egypt. If you click on edit, you're going to have to choose the correct answer. This is something that is important to take into consideration. There's revision. It's crucial for this, for the use of artificial intelligence. I'm just going to click on true. I think it's true. Write in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm not completely sure, to be honest. This is what I think. And just keep on continue. Remember, you could actually add some a picture of the pyramids of Giza to use with your students. That would be very lovely. Why don't we try that? So Giza pyramids. All right, so I'm just gonna go to images. I'm gonna try and choose one that has created commons, so I can use it without any problems. I like this one. I'm gonna download it. All right, I'm gonna save this picture. Go back to the platform, and from here, just introduce the picture, and there you go. I'm going to save it. No feedback for this one, and there you go. So not only I have a true or false question that is interesting and appealing for students, I can also add some pictures to go with it that is actually going to be much more visual, and it's going to interest more people. Another true or false, I also have to choose the correct answer here. Madagascar is an island located in the Atlantic Ocean. So I'm going to go to edit. I'm going to choose false. I think it's the Pacific Ocean. If I'm wrong, please help me out. Teachers, help me out. Pretend I'm your student and write on the comments. So false is the correct answer. Single choice here. What is the name of the largest waterfall in the world located in Zimbabwe and Zambia? Options: Iguazu Falls, Angel Falls, Niagara Falls, and Victoria Falls being the correct one. All right. If I wanted to edit it, I would give a little bit more time to it, 20 seconds. And I think there's there's something interesting here. So I can ask a question as feedback. So where are the Iguazu, don't change it, falls located? Where are the Iguazu Falls located? So what I'm adding as feedback here is not actually more information, but it's actually a question that is going to lead to another conversation with my students just to talk about waterfalls around the world, whatever they know about it. The Iguazu Falls are actually located in South America. They are in between Argentina and Brazil. So we can actually talk a little bit about Brazil, the Amazon, Argentina, their culture. It's uh, endless possibilities here. What is the name of the famous market in Marrakesh, Morocco? The South Waqif. I'm sorry about the pronunciation. I may not be pronouncing that correctly. Can El Khalili, Jemai El Fna, and Spice Bazaar. So Jemai El Fna is the correct one, according to the artificial intelligence. All right, and finally we have a single choice one. What is the name of the famous statue in Dakar, Senegal? Christ the Redeemer, Freedom Monument, Statue of Liberty, and the African Renaissance Monument, being that last one the correct one. So as you can see, there's already a very good base from which you can work. This is definitely something that you can present to your students. I'll show you how in a minute. And they're going to be very interested in learning. They're going to be connected to it. Apart from that, they are looking at it from their devices. And it's definitely going to change the dynamics of the classroom to a more innovative classroom, to a more technological classroom. You can be the tech savvy teacher for them. You can actually be the teacher who brings technology and innovation to the classroom, which is something that is always very, very good to be, right? So, but not only that, I can actually add new resources, right? So there's two different possibilities for it. I can import resources, meaning that I'm going to be navigating that platform and looking for other resources that other teachers have created about it. So I'm just going to go ahead and write in the search bar. I'm going to write Africa and see what they have for me. So there's a true or false option here. This is Spanish. This is one in English. Which of the following rivers are located in Africa? All right, so let's see a little bit more about this. The Nile, the Amazon, and the Congo River. This is a good one, so I can decide if I want to add it or not. It's a multiple choice. There's an image here. All right, so look at it. This one talks about the second, Africa being the second or third largest continent. So I think this would be a good addition to my activity, to my lesson. So let's add it. There you go. So I just added it. It's going to be located by the end of the lesson over here. Let's see what it reads. Africa is the third largest continent after Asia and America. Some schools of thought separate America into three different continents: North America, Central America, and South America, giving Africa the second place in size. This is definitely very interesting. So I'm just going to move it. There's an option here to move resources around. I'm going to click on it. Here it is. It shows me a summary of the resources, so I can find them more easily. And by clicking on the little dots, I can just move it around. I'm just going to put it right next to the question that talks about Africa being the second or third largest continent. There you go. So I'm going to click on accept, and there you go. All right, so not only I have the question, which I'm going to edit, I'm going to choose it as the third largest continent to go with the next resource. And as easy as that and as quick as that, you can actually start creating a very interesting lesson for your students. When you import resources, you can also filter by the type of resources that you want to have. There's many different possible resources. The artificial intelligence is a little bit restricted in terms of that. You're going to be creating resources with single choice, multiple choice, true or false, but there's many other possibilities if you go ahead and create your own resources or find resources from the community. So we have single choice, multiple choice, true or false, but we also have order, organizing, all right? So what's the correct order for a specific, for some specific elements, matching with text and matching with image. That means that you can actually connect one column with text and another column with also text, but you can also choose one column with text and the other one with images. Completing the sentence, you're going to provide a statement, and you can actually extract some elements from that statement and then put them as options with together with other incorrect options, so that the student has to choose what is the correct option to complete the sentence. There could be more than one of the elements extracted from the sentence as well. We have a word search puzzle. Word search puzzle in my country, we call that a letter soup. A letter soup. So basically, it's a bunch of letters that are shown in a diagram, and hidden in that a bunch of letters, there are some specific words that are connected horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. All right, so you have to find the words on the soup letter. All right, we have an alternative answer option, which is a question in which you can give more than one correct answer. It's basically, let's say, for example, we say, um, how many countries or what countries does the Sahara Desert cover? How many countries does the Sahara Desert cover? So let's say, for example, that the answer is 7 countries. So because the answer can be 7, the number, or 7, the word, you need to provide the system all these different possibilities, so that when the student writes the answer, it's not going to say it's a wrong answer, right? So that's what we call an alternative answer option. And we also have, sorry, and we also have some elements, some resources that are going to be uh, concentrated on presenting information. So we have the possibility to embed videos from YouTube or Vimeo, all right, just by clicking, but just by copying the URL, the address of the video, you can just use it in the platform. You can also create text documents with titles, with images, just as complex as you want and as long as you want. Copying information from the internet, just creating documents that your students are gonna be using to prepare for the lesson or to learn some specific aspects about a specific topic, whatever you think is good. And an image, that's another possibility. Remember that images can also have text, right? So you can actually, depending on your creativity, that can be definitely a very, very good option. You can also choose, apply filters to resources that contain feedback. And you can also choose specific fields for your search. All right, there you go. So this is importing resources. But if you want to add resources, it's just a matter of using, just starting one of these resources from scratch and using them. So what about if we try one of these? I'm going to use a complete the sentence one. Let's say that we want to include something about the culture of Africa. So let's say, for example, some some peoples in Africa, especially South Africa, use special click consonants in their languages, just like that. All right. So there you go. Now I have to choose which word or words I want to extract and propose as answers, so that my students include them in the answer options. So I'm just gonna choose Africa. So basically, I just need to add an at the beginning of the word and at the end of the word. There you go. As you can see, it's proposed as a correct answer. Um, Also going to use consonants for this one. Oops, sorry. Consonants. Right. So I have two correct answers, and I'm going to introduce some more options. America. This is, as you can see, red, meaning that it's a correct and incorrect answer. Asia, and I'm gonna say vowels. There you go. I just created a new type of question. This is a. I'm not going to introduce any feedback to it. Let me show you what it looks like. So some peoples in Africa, especially South Africa, use special click consonants in the languages. And there's are the answer options. When the student sees this lesson, they are not going to see the words that are highlighted in gray. They're just going to see spaces, and they need to click on the words that they consider would complete or complement the statement appropriately. And finally, I want to include a video. So it's just a matter of going to YouTube. All right. Or Vimeo. You can also use Vimeo. And let's see what they have about click languages. I've seen some of these videos. I'm just going to choose this one. The right thing to do would be to just go around the videos and see which one is best for your students. But I have done it before, so I'm just going to get the link to the video. I'm going to come here and copy the link of the video. There you go. Click on add. And now I actually have the video, and I can present it for my students. There you go. And I'm going to say, give it a title to this one, save, and there you go. So I have two more resources applied to my lesson. And these are different type of resources. One of them is an interactive resource, very interesting. And then the other one is just a presentation, an information presentation resource, which is a video. There you go. So I'm just going to click on finish editing because I want to show you a little bit of what it looks like. I'm going to publish the lesson, agreeing on the terms and conditions, saying that I'm going to be using this for educational purposes only. And there you go. So I have two options over here. I would like you to go ahead and navigate and take a look at the platform. It's very friendly. You're going to very easily get the hang of it. But basically, I just want to show you that there's two possibilities here. One of them is to play it as a teacher. If you click on it, you get the possibility to play it right away, or to schedule it for later, right? So to use it, to program it for later. And you can also study the lesson as a student. So I'm just going to choose one because I want to show you what it looks like for the students. So there you go. Here it is. We have our first question. What is Africa? The largest continent on Earth, the smallest continent on Earth, the second largest, the third largest. So remember that I chose this one. And answer. Where did it go? Where did you go? I lost it. There you go. Answer. Correct answer. Look, feedback. America as one continent would be the second largest continent. Cool. And then I have the image that we just prepared as a way to explain what the answer before. I'm going to move on to a new type of question. What is the capital city of Egypt? Cairo is the one. Good. I have a question over here. Let me just interrupt to read the question. So how do I present the lesson to the students? That's exactly what I wanted to show you right away. Is it through the computer, or it can be printed? It is through the computer. The idea of the platform is that we can actually, well, it's ecologically friendly, all right? Printing out consumes resources, but definitely we understand that for some specific contexts that would be necessary. However, the platform is directed to digital use, all right? So the platform will prepare the lesson and present it to your students and for them to see with their devices, laptops, smartphones, tablets, whatever you have in hand. So there you go. A little bit more over here. What famous river flows through Egypt? That would be the Nile River. Correct. Select one or more answer options. Which of the following is not a desert in Africa? That would be the Gobi. Yes. So very quickly, I'm just gonna skip and go through the different options. You see the picture over there? It looks nice, right? Different options. All right. Order of the sentence. This is the one that we added. So some peoples in Africa, especially South Africa, use special click consonants in the languages. There you go. Correct answer. And finally, we have the video that they are also going to be they're also going to be able to see in their own devices, in their own space. However, the teacher the maintains the control. If it's an on-site, if it's presented right away, the teacher is going to keep the control of that. If we present it as a teacher, you're going to be able to see the results of the performance of your students. So you're going to be able to see at the end of presenting the lesson, you're going to get a ranking with the performance of your students, and that's also going to transfer to a report that you can actually download in PDF and also in an Excel file, so that you can integrate it with the rest of your grades or the rest of your information about the group. You can download the reports as a group, or you can download them individually, or you can actually choose which students you want to download. So it's definitely a lot of different options. Remember that the platform was built for teachers, but I want to show you that in other workshops. Today, I just wanted to focus on this creating lessons with artificial intelligence. So let me know what you think of it, how you found it. Let me know if you're gonna try it, but don't leave, because I have a special information for you. All right, so let's talk about the double win contest. All right, so as part of our intention to bring this platform and these new tools to the entire world, we are promoting a contest that we called the double win contest. Why is it a double win? Basically, because you are already winning with the possibility to use the platform, right? So you are winning new possible tools, new ways to present the information, new ways to connect with your students and engage them to learning. So you're already winning, but we also want you to be the winners of technology for the classroom. So what are we? What can you participate for? So we have tablets, we have laptops, top of the line. All right, all of them bring to your doorstep if you're the winner. And it's basically, and also some TOMi devices. TOMi devices, as you can see over here. Sorry. This is the TOMi 7, this is the TOMi Play. All right, so different TOMi devices that actually bring innovation to the classroom in a very special manner. What are they? How can I do with them? Just stay connected, because I'm going to share more information about TOMi, the platform, the devices in other workshops. All right. So in order to participate, you can follow the link that you're seeing on screen. This is the link in which you're going to be registering for the contest. Once you do it, you are registered. If you do not register to the contest, you are not participating. So it's definitely very important that the first thing that you do is go ahead, follow the link, and register to the contest. Don't worry, I'm going to leave this as a comment in the comment area also for you to use it. All right. And how are you going to win? So this is the interesting part. There's many different ways in which you can gain points to be the winners. All right. There are not many people participating, so it's definitely very possible for you to win if you commit to it, if you help us get to other people, to your colleagues, to your students, and you help us grow in your area. Definitely we're going to be very happy to hand out these prizes to you. All right, so very simply, number one, all right, the first thing you need to do is to create and duplicate lessons. Well, the first thing you need to do is to register, right? Registering is number one. Number two is creating and duplicating lessons, all right? Just as I showed you before, you can create lessons using AI, and for every lesson that you create, that will be 1 point for you, all right? But it's not the only thing that you can do to gain points. If you present those lessons to your students, because this is a contest that is specially designed for teachers, if you present those lessons to your students, that's going to give you 5 points. All right, it's going to give you 5 more points. Is the equally as if you created 5 lessons. So you create one lesson and you present it to your students. There's 6 points for you right away. Okay, we also want you to invite your colleagues, your workmates, your friends to participate if you consider they could be interested in this, if they are also teachers and they want to be innovators in the classroom, if they want to if they are tech savvy or they want to use technology, it's definitely something for them. So if you invite a colleague using the link that I'm just going to show you, the link for the referral program. So you're going to be able to access to this link, introduce the mail of your colleague, and we're going to send your colleague a message. If your colleague accepts the invitation and registers for the contest, there you go. You get 5 extra points for you. If you invited 10 colleagues and all of them registered for the contest, you are already gaining 50 points for the contest, which is a lot. Okay, kind of assuring your position in this contest. But there's not all, there's more. If you send us a video, what is the video about? Very simple. So you share the video with your name, where you are, the name of your city, what country you're in. You tell us a little bit of how your students enjoy learning, all right? So what do they like to do to learn? What is the best way to approach new information to them? And also to tell us a little bit of what was your experience with TOMi like. So what was your experience with the platform like? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What would you change to it? How did you use it? All right, definitely that would be very good to hear. So it's something that it's going to give you 10 points. We're going to send the video through our Telegram channel. So we also have a Telegram community that I'm going to leave the link to join it in the comment area also, because we are sharing a lot of good information through there, and also news about contests and workshops and different useful information for you. So join the Telegram community. That will be very good. We can give you support from there as well. So join it and send us the video through the community. But there is one extra possibility, and this one gives you 20 points. Sending a video with students. Okay, you can keep the protection rights just by law, no problem. We don't need to see their faces. We just want to see what it looks like when you're using TOMi with them. All right. So basically, that would be just where you are, the city and the country, a little bit of what, maybe asking them what they want to do, how they want to approach learning, how they enjoy learning, and what was their experience with TOMi. That can be captured on the video, and you are to send the video through the Telegram community as well. So many different possibilities to win. Remember, number one, duplicating and creating lessons, that's 1 point. Number two, presenting lessons to your students in the classroom, that's 5 points. Number three, inviting colleagues. There's a special link for a forum for this part. And remember that you get the points once they register for the contest. You can send us a video through the Telegram community, the Telegram group. And you can also send us a video with your students, and that will give you 20 points. So that's it. The contest, the double win contest, will be running for another week or so. We are announcing the winners on the 23rd of the month, 23rd of June. And we're going to send the laptops, the tablets, or the TOMi devices all the way to your doorstep. All right, so do not wait. Register for the contest, participate, and win. So that's it for today. I'm going to leave all the information down here on the comment area. However, visit our social media on Facebook, on Instagram, join our YouTube page, and you will be informed in all possible ways of not only this content, but other programs, other workshops, and other possible ways in which we can create community. Thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate, and we and the team appreciate that you were here with us. We expect to see you again in the future. My name is Luis Enrique Vanegas, and this is TOMi the Digital. Thank you very much for coming, and see you. Thank you for joining us. Remember to turn on the notification bell